One of the things that I think really makes this exhibition unique is, first of all, the quality of the collection that we were able to pull from. Sandra Gilman's and Celso Gonzalez Faya's collection of photography is considered to be among the top 10 collections in the world. And it's garnered that landmark designation for a number of reasons, the chief one being that these two collectors since the early 70s have been really devoted to steadfast imagery of great quality that really defines the photographic medium.
I think the most significant fact about them as collectors is that they are what I would call pure collectors, in that they only collect what they love. There's no specific theme or content in the works they collect. They collect purely what they love. And I think you can see that in the exhibition here. On the one hand, Sandra is moved most of the time by a sort of guttural feeling when she engages with a photograph. It's rather visceral. Her husband, Celso, is, I think, more attracted to form and to color. And together, they've put together what Art News recently called one of the 10 most important photography collections in the entire world.
We work with the collectors for approximately 2 years. Their entire collection is about 900 objects, pulled slightly over 200 objects out. We looked for similarities in the different pieces, and it came together beautifully. There was threads running through the entire collection to unite the whole thing. Well, Shared Vision is organized primarily into about 7 different sections. They focus on the various currents that run through photography, portraiture, landscape, urban landscapes, basically looking at the human environment and the natural world that humans inhabit. One of the things that's interesting about this collection that runs through the entire collection is that the images have this slightly haunting quality, and I think it goes back to the nature of why the collectors collect. They look for something that grabs you by the gut and sticks with you. So they're somewhat challenging images and slightly haunting, and that's one of the things I really love about the collection.
Well, this is a classic image by Ansel Adams, Moonrise over Hernandez, New Mexico. And it was made just moments after the sun dipped below the horizon, and when you have just a few minutes left of this wonderful golden light. And Ansel Adams had waited for this moment, and when it actually came, he could not find his light meter. So he was forced to calculate the exposure based on where the moon was situated in the photograph. It turned out to be a very difficult negative technically to print, and there are many stories about how difficult it was to what in photography we call add and take light back from the photograph, burning and dodging to make the print. And if you look at it closely, and if you're a photographer and you understand that photography is essentially about light, this is a special moment here that it's only going to last for a couple of minutes. And Adams knew that he had to make the photograph quickly.
Well, it certainly is an exciting time for Jacksonville to be able to feature a collection of this caliber and quality. And I think what it says about this community is that we are ready and we're poised to really enter the national conversation about contemporary art. So it's a very exciting moment for us as an institution, but I think also for the community as a whole. Upon viewing the collection, I would hope that the visitors would come away with several different important things. The first one being just the richness of this particular medium, and how since the inception of its early history in the 1850s, it has really started to shape the conversation about fine art. And certainly now in contemporary art, it really defines the landscape of contemporary art. Different photographers, contemporary, historical, have really brought out the emotive, the artistic qualities of this art form, and we're really delighted to be able to share that variety and that breadth with our public.